Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We got donuts and waffles and cupcakes and lemon pie with chocolate icing and the kicking the peanut show today. That's silver icing too?
AKA cracking the corn. Actually, that's all
Yeah.
soap. That's all soap.
Dude, that's what?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Kicking the Peanut and Cracking the Corn show. I'm Alice. But we're right now looking at a lovely thumbnail of what looks like donuts and those like those air wafer, like strawberry wafers and cupcakes. But apparently this is all edible soap.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, that's not edible. That's soap that looks like food. For whatever reason, there's a craze about soap that looks like food.
Yeah.
But there's a large variety. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's finish the intro here.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, I saw the silver icing. I was like, wow. But this is the peanut of kicking. And also known as cracking the corn, as Xander likes to say.
Cracking the corn.
I don't care. When we talk about anything, everything that comes to our mind, stuff that we've seen over the last few weeks, I didn't post some stuff in our Discord server with some topics, but there are a couple I want to go over.
Right.
Anyways, as it is tradition, maybe not over the tapioca pudding. We like to start off our show with how our weeks have been. And so, Xander, I'm going to leave it to you on how your week has been, my friend.
Week has been pretty same old, like, just taking things as they come. Like, I've, been thinking for a while, like, all the expansion, like, all of a sudden, presence in a lot of social medias, expanding into other videos and all that stuff. Like, I've decided to just chill with that for a little bit because we really are in a lot of places and there's a lot to do. And we don't have a lot of people really here to help me do that, with. So just we got a lot going for us already, really. So no reason to push even harder. Like, just kind of chill for a while. So the past week has just kind of been chill. Doing the shows, doing things that here and there, whatever. Like nothing really spectacular that I can think of.
Well, except for your coffee day today.
Yeah, no, monthly, or not monthly, every Sunday, go to somewhere to drink some coffee, We actually went to the Overlook today because it was really, really cool, like the weather-wise at least, like it's not hot, which is really unusual. And
it was just, I feel like you're having like a Midwestern spring day.
I guess, I don't know what I've never experienced that, so I don't know.
It's not cold, but it's not warm.
Oh, it was cold. It was cold. Like I'm still wearing my jacket from this. I have my T-shirt, my overshirt, and my my jacket. Like it's still cold. It's 66 right now, actually. Like very unusual.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Like it's. I think it's warmer out here for me. Well, then again, remember, I'm not Wisconsininer. I'm a Minnesotan. Let's get this straight. Xander likes to make funny jokes. It's 78 degrees out right now for us in Pennsylvania.
We had mostly cloudy over here. Actually, I remember yesterday, the Loon and I, we went to the Olinda Oil Field Museum and Trail. We did our hike. And there was actually like a 50-50 chance of rain yesterday. And we did get a little bit of sprinkles driving over there, but nothing after that. So, but it was still cloudy, cool, and it was a beautiful weather to go hiking. So.
It's a beautiful morning. Yeah, the Rascals.
Yeah.
Remember last month I went and saw them and they sang that song.
Oh, nice. Well, what about your week, Alice? How's your week been?
Well, it's been an interesting one, especially with my work, which I can't really divulge on here.
Don't talk about your details here, please.
Let's just say, at my job, some really stupid malarkey went down, and things are going to come to fruition come Tuesday. And so that was going on. I slipped and fell on my elbow. Remember, I have bursitis. You know, I have that like big, crazy, bulgy sack on my right elbow. In my weenus.
Stop reminding me. God, it's so unpleasant.
Yeah, my weenus. Yeah, my weenus is injured. And
oh God.
I was walking up to the Wally World to not only go to the bus stop, but I wanted to like grab myself like a soup to like eat for dinner that night. But like we had just had this like tropical depression or storm. I don't even know what it was. It just kind of crept up on us, and I never heard about it coming in. It was called like something Ophelia. So Ophelia came in and filled us up a bit with some rain. And I was walking up the hill, and I slipped on the frickin' hill and landed right on my stupid injured weenus. And so my elbow, for the most part, has been in a sling for the week. Right now, I'm not wearing it. My elbow seems to have gotten a little bit better, but it still kind of hurts a bit. But actually, what's really weird is that, like, since that happened, my elbow weenus, it looks like I just have like a old man's nipple on my elbow.
Oh my God, Alice.
What?
I asked you to stop getting into detail because it's a disturbing image, and you just get more into detail. My goodness.
Well, I was actually hoping you were just going to go into ew. Go ew. But no, it looks better. Actually, since I fell on it, like, it looks like the swelling's gone down. Not only that, but, like, it doesn't look like I have a big, giant, like...
Maybe it cured your nipple elbow. Who knows?
Maybe I did. My weenus is looking a little better.
Yeah. You're packing the raft back into its original packaging.
Yeah. My boyfriend was at a wedding yesterday, too.
Oh.
His brother got married. He told me some fun stories about that. So it was a good old magnetic. Went to a wedding. He actually went today with his cousins to bring him down so he could go see his mom and everything and see his family. He's probably not coming back tonight, and hopefully he'll come back tomorrow at some juncture. And maybe I was like, maybe if you get back early enough, we can go get some dinner somewhere.
What was
maybe
it that?
Have a steak.
What was his newest like self moniker he's made from recently? Something about whispering.
So we love to fondly call him as Tim Shitsby, but you know he's a little Funkarella rapper there. But he's now come up with a new genre of rapping, which is whisper hip hop. I like to call it, but I think he calls it whispering rap, and I'm like, well, you know, whisper hip hop. I was like the whisper hip hop rap.
Actually, a whispering hip hop, wouldn't that be called wisp hop?
Well, that sounds like you're talking about pop music.
No, wisp pop.
Like,
wisp.
Oh, wisp pop. I think you said wisp pop. I was like, whoa.
Wisp.
Whoa.
No, Alice. Wisp pop. Hop. Fuck. You got me saying pop now. Wisp hop.
All right. We got, And then what did I come up with earlier today? I came up with a new term. Smart-hearted.
Smart-hearted? Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you're both smart and dumb at the same time. Yeah.
I'm a smart heart.
Yeah. That's brilliant. That's brilliant, you idiot.
But yeah, this has been my week. It's been an up and down. Like, I mean, busy. I also had my district manager come to my store. I was finally able to give him the keychain that I got him when I went to Minnesota, because he got me a keychain for Greece. I demanded it. I was like, I need a keychain.
You are the keychain holder, you know?
Yeah, I have an obsession with keychains. So people out there, if you ever become fans of our show and you want to send appreciation to me, you send me a keychain from anywhere.
You know what? I just realized they could potentially use you to be a new villain in a Ghostbusters movie, because in the original, there's a keymaster and the gatekeeper. Well, then you can be the keychainer or whatever. I have to find. So I'm the keychainer. Are you the king ring? Are you the key ring holder? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a collector of keys.
I have the keychain, but I don't have the hoop for some reason. They just give me the thing for the keychain, but but
So
not the ring.
you're just a dangly bits.
Dude, I just have the pieces that are supposed to dangle, but they don't have the ring to dangle from.
That's annoying. Anyway, let's get into these topics that we put in here.
Yeah.
You actually asked a really good question. The very first topic we have. What is it?
If I remember correctly, this is the soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just been joined. Hold on a second. We've just been joined by...
Oh, the Golden Loon.
Welcome.
Thank you. What's going on?
How's your week been? We just got over talking about our weeks. How's your past week been?
Hectic.
Ah.
Really hectic. Which is, I guess, a good thing, but tiresome. So, yeah.
I'd say something right now, but it would not only scar your son's ears, but probably be very inappropriate for you to do.
What?
I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
I don't either. I'm worried.
One can only imagine.
I don't want to.
Xander, earmuffs.
Earmuffs. Hold your ears.
Put on your Xander. Earmuffs.
Do this.
Just say it. Just say it.
Papa Dukes, you should just go out and find a good, nice, lovely lady to give you an old fashioned.
Oh, there you go. That's the greatest advice I've had in quite some time.
That would be a stress reliever.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, boy.
See, I told you earmuffs.
Yeah.
I warned you.
You were warned. This is adult conversation.
Yes,
I'm
for
adult.
adult people.
I'm the adultiest of adults, you know? Like, I need an adult hat. So.
Enough about me. What's going on?
So anyway, yeah, we were just talking about, like, why are soap operas called soap operas? You know?
Because they sold soap.
Well, you actually knew the answer. Like,
yeah.
we looked this up. But why are soap operas? We looked this up a couple weeks ago. A soap opera, daily soap, or soap for short, is typically a long-running radio or television serial, frequently characterized by melodrama, ensemble cast, and sentimentality. The term soap opera originated from radio dramas, originally being, pardon me, I don't know what's going on.
Sponsored by soap.
Sponsored by soap manufacturers.
Yeah.
So, very much like how Alice's Packers, the Green Bay Packers, they got their name from the packing company,
Yeah.
Like, so.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Yeah, that actually.
They're the only football team publicly owned.
Huh.
You're fired, Xander. You're fired. You're fired.
Yeah.
Okay, Donald.
Hey.
Yeah, they gave him a new nickname. Have you heard this one? Donald Duck. Because he's skipping the debates.
You know what I find funny is that Chris Christie, he just sounds like a NASCAR driver, but he's a girl like Danica Patrick. Never can really win. Well, actually, I don't know. I think she's won a couple championships, Danica Patrick.
I'm not quite sure what she won, but she was broke some barriers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what she was in, but I think that's freaking crazy. So it's also the term soap opera.
Wasn't she in the Indy 500 in Formula whatever they are?
Yeah, no, she's in NASCAR.
Oh, she is. Was. I thought she was Formula One.
She's raced with my cousin.
Oh, okay. You know
my
way more than I do.
My cousin has actually won the Daytona 500 a couple times.
Really?
So.
Wow, kudos, man, that's impressive.
Yeah, back in the day, he was for Good Wrench after Dale Earnhardt died. He took his sponsorship. He was number 29, Mr. Kevin Harvick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
But I think I don't know what he does now, but I think he's retiring this year. But I don't know. Like, has she won
man's game, that's for sure.
Like, yeah, you look at her. Like, has she won any though? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
Pardon me. It says here, achievements. She has multiple firsts for women in U.S. auto racing, including first to win an Indy Series race, first to clinch a pole position in the NASCAR Cup Series, and the most starts, laps led, and top 10s in the NASCAR Cup Series.
So she wasn't. So she did do some Indy. I guess.
Yeah. So she's got Yeah, in 2005, she got the Indy 500 Rookie of the Year. Same year, probably same day, Indy Car Series season, Rookie of the Year, Indy Series, most popular driver, 2005 to 2010. 2012, NASCAR Nationwide's most popular driver.
Hey.
But I don't see if she's actually won any of the series. Like, it says she's been a Rookie of the Year, though. Yeah. She's a good driver.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if she actually won a Daytona or anything like that. That's one question I don't know.
Well, it says here she's highest finish by a woman in the Indianapolis 500 and Daytona 500. One of only 14 drivers to have led both races. So there's
she didn't win either one, but she had led and as far as the highest position woman.
She got really good. She got really good stats.
She's a good driver. Period.
Her name is out there for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Danica Patrick. I have respect for her.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, I have a respect for anybody that goes into that.
Oh my God,
it's just incredible.
Her middle name is Sue, so her name is Danica Sue Patrick. She sounds like a case.
Danica Sue Patrick.
Yeah.
That should have been her title for some reason. So it's been funny and like So but back to the soap operas. Like I pops like. Do you remember when soap operas were like first on the radio before it was on TV? Like what was the first soap opera you ever watched, Pops?
You know what? I have never been into them. I can't even tell you.
Young and the Restless. Days of Our Lives.
I know of them, but I've never watched them.
Have you ever seen a single like small clip like while your wife was watching?
I've seen them. I've turned the TV on or something and saw it was on and turned it. So that's about as much as I've seen. Maybe 30, 40 seconds or something.
Yeah.
You know what I heard? Speaking of soap operas, when I went to my mom and my family last month in August. The month before last because it's October 1st.
Time goes quick.
She told me that Days of Our Lives is no longer on Care 11, which is NBC TV. It's actually on a soap opera network that you have to pay for now. I was
man.
Yeah, Days of Our Lives is now on a soap opera network, but you can watch
Isn't it the longest running one?
I don't think so.
I think Young and the Restless is the longest going one.
I've heard of both.
The longest running soap opera that started off in radio and was a TV was Procter & Gamble Productions' Guiding Light.
I remember that.
We spoke about this actually like a couple weeks ago. This is where the question came from. It began as a radio serial on January 25th, 1937, and was subsequently broadcast on television from June 30th, 1952 until September 18th, 2009.
So, it's no longer on.
Yeah.
Guiding Light. Yeah, I have heard of that one, too.
Yeah, I forgot about Guiding Light. Oh, my God. Yeah, so... But yeah, then it's like General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, and like Days of Our Lives. Like, Days of Our Lives is the one my mom would watch time.
Oh, my God.
Started angry with it after what they did with, like, Bo. So,
well, we have here... Speaking of soap operas and all that stuff, like I just clicked, what soap opera has 10,000 episodes? Like, good God! Like, what's that? One Piece, Eat Your Heart Out. April 17th, 2002, ABC aired the 10,000th episode of the daytime drama General Hospital, the network's longest-running soap opera and the longest-running program ever produced in Hollywood. So,
I was right about one thing. The General Hospital for TV is the longest running one.
Well, that's from Hollywood, so they've really isolated it. I don't know what that means.
See, you can say longest running, based off of what? Actual, start date to end date, or amount of episodes, amount of content. Yeah. Like, they're different variables, each in their own right valid, but...
But that last one, produced in Hollywood, is a little bit of a... Nick there. Okay, what does that really mean?
Yeah. Well, that makes me wonder, where was Days of Our Lives produced? Guiding Light, these other ones.
I grew up with Days of Our Lives.
But where was that produced?
Do you know anybody, Xander, that actually has a glass of milk with ice cubes in it?
I do, actually. I drink that sometimes. Milk with ice. Remember?
Yeah.
Like every now and then I drink milk with ice cubes.
Yeah,
and I love it.
right.
I don't know why. It changes the taste and I love it. So.
Well, maybe it's because you're drinking whole milk and you need to be drinking skim milk, and then you don't have to do ice
There
cubes. But
you
my mom
go.
would do skim milk with ice cubes.
No, I just
Wow.
drink 2%. I drink normal milk. So,
No, I drink skim. I drink it as close to water as possible. Actually, I don't even drink milk. I only use it for like cooking or for like every once in a while I want to have cereal.
I just looked it up, by the way. Days of Our Lives was made in Burbank, which is not Hollywood. So
No,
but
well,
it's still
Greater Los Angeles area, yeah.
yeah, but it's not Hollywood.
No, it's not.
So there you go. Like the Hollywood area, not Hollywood itself, but the whole
Yeah.
Greater LA area
But there's
is
a big studio in Burbank.
yeah. I mean, that's where historically a lot of film productions and such, the evolution of the movie, all that
Yeah.
stuff. It's always been over here for the most part.
Papa Dukes, have you seen the thumbnail?
No.
That's the thumbnail for today's episode.
There you go.
That's all soap.
That's
They
so.
look
That's
at
so.
little-
Oh,
Yeah.
soap operas. All right.
Well, we have another article at the end here about the owner of a soap company eating his own soap to prove that it's good or something.
Would you might as well keep with the soap theme and just do all
Do all what?
three? Because we got 3 soap themes going on here.
Well, yeah. Well, we
got-
can bring this up next right here. Like, soap company boss eats his own product to prove that it's all natural. Like, and here's a video. Like,
What does it taste like?
I don't know. But see, that's a soap. He's taking a chunk out of it. He's eating it. Now this is a product meant for cleaning you.
Yeah.
But to prove, especially with all of this environmentalism
You know,
stuff,
it took a hit of water right away.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is crazy.
I mean, it's not going to taste good, but
No.
it's not going to hurt you.
No.
Because soaps, is chemicals and all that crap, and if you it's
All
specifically
natural, so it's not chemicals.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. Like, and this is something a lot of people don't really realize. And, but I learned this, through, going and recycling, all of the aluminum cans and all of our plastic stuff. They don't take any cleaning products. So no soaps, no anything, no detergents. So you have your fabric softener for your washer. They don't take that plastic. They'll take that same type of plastic that had been made for food, but any containers that had cleaning.
Why, right?
Well, because of the chemicals.
Yeah, and they have to clean it out, and they don't want to get into their cleaning solutions, and then
Yeah.
they don't know what they have anymore.
Exactly.
Well, also, Xander, wasn't it you that said that most soaps are like detergent that you use for your body?
I don't know. The only soap conversation I remember having was last Peanut. I believe we were talking about using magnets instead of detergent for laundry.
Yeah, for laundry.
Because it ionizes the water and it uses the water itself as a solvent. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but
Yeah.
we need to try that.
But
Yeah.
apparently I've heard rumors that
What?
washes that we use are on the same par as detergents, but really don't actually do as much as they say to do.
Can you repeat all that? Because you kept coming in and out.
Damn it! Damn it, Bobby!
Damn it, Bobby.
Mom! No, well, what I was saying is I've heard that oh, I hear a motorcycle coming. I think it's the hog coming back. Oh. No, oh my god.
Wow.
But no, it's like a Corvette style dune buggy.
Huh.
That's a hell of a combination. Corvette style dune buggy.
Corvette. I gotta look this up here. Hold on a second. Corvettes.
It was like a dune buggy, but it had a Corvette body.
Really?
You think it was?
It was unless it had a really, really interesting type T-top.
Well, there actually is a Corvette dune buggy. Maybe you saw a custom kit or something.
Yeah. Oh my god. Did you hear that thing come by?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Anyway, what I was saying though about soap is that I heard that our body wash and soap that most people use every day is up on the same power as like detergent or dish soap.
What do you mean on the same power? Like, what are you talking about?
It's on the same par. It's the same thing,
Oh.
just like knocked down and diluted.
Huh. So you're saying if I use more concentrated laundry soap, I can use it to bathe myself?
Probably.
Like,
but would you?
well, I mean, like, if it's the same thing, why not? I mean, like, you'd think that they'd have, like, different, chemicals, different percentages, different recipes, to do these different types of cleaning. I'm no soap scientist. I don't know. Like,
Maybe I just go back to lard.
Did you say scientician?
Yes, I did. What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Giggle.
You're gonna take it.
What? I'm not gonna take it. I'm just gonna giggle at it.
Oh. Oh
yeah,
my god.
That was really quickly.
Oh my god, that was like 3 levels right there.
I know, like the way when it came out, I was like, "Yep," and then a second later, I was like, "Oh man, that could totally be interpreted a whole different way."
Oh yeah, I can.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride with it.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
So you like how that pause? I thought carefully before I.
Yeah, let me think about this.
She is strategically.
I'm a strategic surgeon with my wordage right now.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, like I went like on a little bit of a rant during the talk the Omni Coalition news show. That I covered this article more in depth about. This guy eating the soap.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, like, yeah, obviously it's not going to taste good and whatnot, but like, could this possibly be, like an actual scientific breakthrough? Because like, there's, when you look at female care products, you have your shampoo, you have your conditioner, you have this, you have that, you have like 47 different bottles in the dang shower. Like, meanwhile, men, they have like a 75-in-1. It's shampoo, shaving cream, toothpaste, car oil, gasoline. Like it's like yeah. Well, like.
Soap and shampoo. What else do you need?
No. It's a brand, I think, and it was from an Australian or a Kiwi, someone from New Zealand. I don't know, but they found Kiwi or Australian. Might have been British.
Let's see if I can find it.
With a product that you could actually wax your legs with and your hair with. But it was also edible. Like, and actually, I tried it. I didn't believe because my friend Jen, may she rest in peace. And we went into the bathroom and we grabbed a little bit, and she grabbed a scoop and she goes, seriously, try it. It was sweet and tasted like fruit.
That's
it was
weird.
actually good.
So let me get this. You and your friend went and tried this, and then you're saying rest in peace.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
He passed away back in 2010.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry about your loss. This meme, though, this is what I'm talking about. Like, woman, shampoo for dry and damaged hair. How they have like 1,001 different options and everything. So that's what I was talking about. And then, man, shampoo 6-in-1 for hair, face, body, carpet, car, and dishes. We're simple, we're easy to please. We just it's efficient. So, but no, seriously, in that vein of comedic thinking, what if we've actually this can actually theoretically be like a path of technological evolution if we can have something that's both we can use for cleaning and nourishment.
Well,
because then we have less space that needed easier for
Supposedly, you see these body washes out there with the say vitamin A, B, C, D, and E and stuff in it. So it's supposed to be nourishing to go into your skin and absorb in.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, if it's edible, if people really need some type of nourishment, I mean, it might not taste good, but I mean, you can eat it.
Well, see, here's the thing. Shampoo I know is damaging towards hair because a lot of people. I shampoo every night and I have naturally oily hair after a day or so, but if you shampoo too much, you can actually start killing your hair. drying it out,
Yeah.
depriving
Your
it of
hair is
dirt.
already dead. The follicles is what you're talking about.
Well,
I can only wash my hair like 2 times, 3 at the most a week.
yeah. Yeah, women only
So-
wash their hair like every 2 to 3 days or something like that. For the most, from what I know, like
Hey, at the rate I'm going, I won't have any hair to wash soon.
Some people who
You
have
still gotta
super oily
polish.
hair should, some people who have super oily hair should wash a little more often, but it
Yeah.
really comes down to it. But also what shampoo does is when it goes into your hair, it opens up the pores. And like, you know how your hair is like just a bunch of like it looks like shingles.
well, the heat of the water is what opens up the pores, and then the shampoo goes in there and cleans it out and such.
Yeah, but well, not necessarily.
What do you mean?
But
Not
yeah.
physics? Like if your body, like if you go into a hot shower, it's all steamy and everything. Your pores are going to open up, and that's the best way to wash your face and everything. You go into a cold shower.
Exfoliate.
Yeah, you go into a cold shower, everything restricts, it contracts. So physics, like your body, it behaves like metal. You heat it up, things get it's more malleable, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what I was saying though is like when you like enter it out, is that like your pores aren't supposed to open up necessarily like that to begin with. They are, but they're not. But like when it comes to hair, it's a little more finicky. But like when you add in that like sulfate into your hair, like it damages the strands as to like doing better. So like I always recommend, at least if we can do anything for washing your hair, is go for a sulfate-free shampoo, because it doesn't damage the follicles as much, and it cleanses it and cleans it. But you also, like, when you're entering that shampoo, it's a good thing to do with like your scalp and shit. But like with the hair itself, you just need to like clean the outside, not necessarily the inside, because when you do that, you're also taking away certain natural oils and
Yeah, true.
nutrients that your hair needs.
True.
So
So sulfate free is what you say. That's good to know.
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's what I use, and it does better. But
You cut out there.
a car drove by. I have to alternate my shampoos every few months because like my hair gets used to it, and I don't know. It's hard to explain. I
That's.
start noticing.
No, a lot of people do that. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
So
I'm just here using mane and tail.
Yeah.
Like
See,
$4 I get a freaking gallon. It's great.
I'm not saying it's for everybody, but that's just me. I alternate
Yeah.
because that's what I find easy for my hair. But lately, I've been neglecting it, and so that's why it hasn't been growing as good as it should. Plus, I have a really stupid hair ponytail thing going on, which I'm not going to show.
Yeah. If I miss one day of shampooing, by the next day, like my hair is so greasy, I can literally mold it like clay. Like it is bad. Like.
Well, see, you're way
See,
different. Some
I
people have
actually-
really oily, dry scalps.
Yeah.
So they got to watch what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my scalp is not dry.
That oil is good for you, but you just gotta like, you might be just using the wrong type of shampoo for your kind of hair.
Well, it's always been like that. Like since I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, I used to use the L'Oreal, like kid shampoo, like the No Tears and Johnson & Johnson and stuff like that. Like you remember the little L'Oreal bottles, like the little like oval type bottles,
And
You know what I'm talking about, Alice? The L'Oreal bottles.
yeah, I know L'Oreal.
Yeah, these.
It's one of the
Oh, that kid
It's
stuff.
one of the-
Yeah.
You're using
it's one
that.
of
Yeah.
the 3 brands I use.
Like my hair's always been greasy. Like my entire life. Like I've used L'Oreal, I've used Mane and Tail, I've used various other ones. For a while, even I think I used the same shampoo you do.
You may
Like for a while before I discovered Mane and Tail, because yours is a bit more expensive. Like it's still very reasonable for the price, the amount you get, but mine's cheaper.
Here you go, Xander.
Oh.
Bumble and Bumble. Try them.
Bumble and Bumble?
Yep. I don't use
Oh.
it. It's really good. I was a kid. That one was really good in my early 20s. That shampoo was phenomenal. I got it at a Kohl's salon, but You might be able. You probably can order it online. I mean, it's not.
This is mine. This is my.
I know Mane Tail. That's the horse stuff. Yeah.
I use horse soap for shampoo.
No,
We always thought you were a horse's ass.
All largest horses around.
The reason why your hair is getting so thick and oily is because it's that's the point of it.
No, Alice, if you had listened to what I said earlier, I said my entire life I have had oily hair. I've used L'Oreal, I've used Johnson & Johnson. I haven't been using the same shampoo my entire life, Alice. I've been using a bunch of other shampoos. It doesn't matter. I've always had oily hair. So it's not the shampoo.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I said that.
But there are shampoos specifically for oily hair.
I know.
That's one of them or not.
Sorry to feel later though. I'm just saying try Bumble and
This
Bumble.
is
That might be.
Shampoo for shiny, manageable hair.
That's not you.
Yeah.
Well, that might not manageable.
This has become like a beauty. This has become
Does
like
that
a
mean
beauty
shampoo
fucking
to make it
show just
shiny
now.
and manageable?
I don't know, but this it is literally for horses. Like this is what people use to bathe horses.
Yeah, like my friend, one of my best friends who lives out in Arizona, she used to use this stuff.
They even have a
in her
jug.
hair and stuff. It was perfect. I should probably use that
You use
actually.
horse shampoo?
I'm using horse shampoo.
Why is that on the market
Yeah.
for humans?
But it can be used for humans.
I don't know. Maybe it's just ivermectin. I don't know.
I was just about to say, you know.
When in doubt, go to the horses. Because there will always never be any horseplay in the breakfast area.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move on up to it. Let's get another topic
So
going
did we
here.
sell any soap today? That's what I want to know.
Here, real quickly, Pops, when you see a horse with a beautiful mane, it's because they're using that shit right there.
Oh, okay. It's for shiny and, what does it say? Shiny and what?
Manageable.
Manageable. So there you go.
Mine is shiny and manageable. It has a glow.
No, you're mistaking your glow for the halo around your head.
Are you sure that's not horns? The halo's being held. Of all things to say to me, that is so out of character. I don't have a halo. Come on. Anyway, no, we have another. This is kind of going to a whole other topic here. This is kind of a joke, but at the same time, so what if magic exists, but we have no mana? Now, I'm not sure if you understand what that means.
I don't understand what that means at all.
If you play Dungeons and Dragons, World of Warcraft, Warhammer, any fantasy game.
Yeah.
The magic wielders, their main force is mana. They draw from the mana. That is the energy. That is how they do their spells.
Okay.
Like how warriors use rage, rogues use energy. Actual normal energy. You sleep, you get energy.
Okay.
Mana is the energy around you.
Okay. Like an aura.
That is one option. Then there's different. There's holy mana. There's dark magics. Evil mana. There's nature for druids. That kind of mana. Mana is just generally for that.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. Mana actually, within writing at least, existed in real life, because while Moses and his followers and all that stuff were wandering the desert for 40 years with the Ark of the Covenant produced the substance called manna that kept them sustained. That's what kept them alive. You need food, you need water.
Yeah.
That's not in the deserts. So how did they live for 40 years? Because the Ark of the Covenant produced their nourishment, and it was called manna. And that is actually written. So what if, the whole thing about, because dragons... And then, bear with me, dragons existed to some degree in real life because, there's Eastern dragons, there's Western dragons. If it was made up, it wouldn't be so widespread, So if mana, was used, and is that's the word that they use for that? What if there really was such a thing as witches and wizards and all that stuff, and it's been so long, what was truth turns into legend, what turns from legend goes into myth. Eventually somewhere down the line, what was true, it's been so long that, we don't think, it was true anymore, It's
kind of like you have to believe you're in Neverland, if you don't believe, it dies.
Yeah. So, essentially, what if mana, really existed, and biblically it did? So, what if there is such a thing as being able to cast a fireball or whatever, Like, I don't know. Like, that's just the silliness, theory and whatever, but mana really did exist in the Ark of the Covenant. And then that brings in, like, the whole Ancient Aliens thing, because I think it was Ancient Aliens where I heard from this, or about this, but that's why they think that, like, it might actually be an extraterrestrial device. Because, whoever, if you actually touch the Ark of the Covenant, if you opened it, you die immediately. Right. Well, they're like instantaneous, extreme radiation exposure. Maybe it was a nuclear engine, and it's somehow, like, advanced alien technology. It was nuclear powered as a battery, and it produced, things like mana to keep them alive. Like, it's all speculation. It's all just something to think about.
Of course.
But, in writing, biblically, mana did exist. In today's world, I'm not sure what it was like back then, but, like, that's the basis for being able to use magic powers.
Well, also take into consideration, too, like, there's only a few things that can, if you open something and hear something, it's like, with the Ark of the Covenant, it's like basically God's voice.
Yes.
No human ear, no human man, woman or child, unless talked to through an angel can hear the voice of God. It would kill you and destroy you.
It says here, the Ark contained the gold jar of manna. It's spelled with two N's, it's not one. Aaron's staff that had budded, and the stone tablets of the covenant. So I guess those are the 10 Commandments.
Right.
Yep, the 10 Commandments are hidden in there.
But yeah, that's what's inside of the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah. It says here, Hebrews 9:4 in the New Testament. So, right there we have a Bible verse.
So what's where did the Ark of the Covenant come from? That's a magic question.
Moses wrote them.
No, those are the 10 Commandments. We're talking about the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, the Ark that holds it?
Yeah.
Oh.
According to the book of Exodus...
I think the angels brought it down.
According to the book of Exodus, God... Oh, wait, no, that's the... Hold on.
To build the Ark during a 40-day stay. Okay.
Oh,
so
wait.
Yeah, that's answering it.
No, that's Moses. Okay, I thought that was Noah and his ark. I got the arks confused. So yeah, God instructed Moses to build the ark during his 40-day stay upon Mount Sinai, and Mount Sinai is conveniently where the ark, Noah's ark, actually supposedly is. He was shown the pattern for the tabernacle and furnishings of the ark, and told that it would be made of shittim wood, also known as acacia wood, to house the tablets of stone. So Moses built the Ark of the Covenant, according to the Bible and everything.
For some reason, I thought angels had helped bring it down to him.
Yeah, I was under that impression as well, that it was actually, like, sent down from heaven.
Well, that's always been my impression, and
so,
maybe that that's not disputing that part. That's just saying he built it. How did he build it? Because the angels brought it down to him. What? They're not going into specifics. So yeah.
Well, they brought down the plans. So they gave him the plan, very much like how God instructed Noah how to build his ark.
Yeah.
Like he was given plans. Yeah. He wasn't given the final product. He made
the tablets
it. So
were scratched. The 10 Commandments were scratched into tablets.
Yeah, but in order to make them portable, put them in a holy carrier for a holy relic. So, and now it's believed that the Ark of the Covenant is what, Zimbabwe? Like,
there's all kinds of speculation.
Well, no, it's actually there's like this whole thing where, like, there's this one guardian for life.
Yeah.
And he's like in this little hut, and that's where the ark actually is. Yeah. Like right now, like a lot of other people have here and there have laid claim, but like that's the most substantial potential, because the ark did disappear after the sacking of Jerusalem. And it was believed that the Crusaders took it somewhere, and then there's a heavy, Christian, as there still is, presence, in a bunch of African nations, because that's where all the Crusaders fled, and all that stuff. So, I think, I don't know the exact semantics of that history. Did I put this wiki in here? Yes, I did. That's just some food for thought, because mana, at least double N mana, did exist, biblically. So
very interesting.
Yeah, and I know my mentality is weird.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I know my mentality is weird, and I put things together in ways that probably shouldn't be, but truth is stranger than fiction,
Yeah.
and you never know.
You can never say shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
what else do we have on our docket list aside from just the mana and stuff? Because like energy and all that stuff, like you can that's kind of like also the theory of Tesla, like how you can just take energy from the air,
Yeah.
Well, not the air, but tapping into the Earth's natural magnetic
Yeah.
force.
Yeah.
Around the Earth.
Yeah.
But essentially, though, from the air, with air you can make solar power with air or wind power. I mean, think of the old windmills in Europe.
Yeah.
They would actually be able to generate power. They're also cool looking too.
We have Alice. We have turbines.
Yeah, well, those ones are stupid.
Okay. Why?
They just look stupid.
Well, yeah, but they're efficient.
Especially when the battery blows up on them. It's no bueno, and it damages all the other ones. Like I'm talking about the old school windmill.
Yeah, when you're talking about the old Dutch windmills, use to actually mill wheat. That's why we have that term, windmills. They're mills, to mill, cereal grains and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, also they end up turning some of them eventually figured out that they can be used to generate power too. So.
Well, yeah, you're moving a shaft, which can create. That's
The pyramids. There's a theory on the pyramids are created to create energy.
Yeah.
So,
And transmit,
And then transmit, yeah.
Well,
so
pyramids,
that theory too.
the pyramids and where they're positioned and how they're positioned. That one Inca city or whatever that looks exactly like a microchip, computer processing chip or something. But then also all of the what are they? The tall thin pyramids, where obelisks.
Yeah.
All the obelisks and everything. There's that.
Well, I know some of the Aztec and Mayan pyramid structures look like a circuitry board.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and then you also have the Egyptian pyramids. It's ironic how all of them somehow magically line up good with Orion.
Well, here's the thing, was the Orion Belt in the same place it was 5,000 years ago, or whenever, the pyramids were built? I'm not sure. Because
it's ever changing our view of things.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because they line up today, but would they have lined up back in the day when they were built, is what I'm saying. Because everybody's oh, hoo-ha, they line up today. Well, what if that's a coincidence? What if, they did not line up back in the day, then that would completely, dissolve that entire thing. If they didn't line up when they were built, then they would either have to have been purposely built to line up in 5,000 years, which makes no sense why they would think that far ahead and make it that special, or it's just a coincidence. I'm not sure how much the heavens change over several thousand years, but they do.
Of course they do.
And what I'm saying is, did it line up back then? I'm not sure.
Well, I've always
I can look it up.
The significance of the pyramids is how they lined up on our own world. North, south, or whatever it is, east.
Oh, you're
west,
talking about
the
longitude and latitude.
Yeah, the alignments.
I thought you were talking about how the three pyramids of Giza line up perfectly with Orion's belt or whatever.
No, and I don't know if they do.
Oh.
As far as the location of them laid out the same.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they line up. The location of those Orion's belt, I think, remains the same to us visually.
Okay.
It's not in the same place in the universe. 100,000 years ago, it would be in a different location.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The heavens are changing.
But they would still line up the same in the sky, just in a different location.
But what they're saying is, I think at some point Orion's belt is directly above the three pyramids. It's not only lining up in the same, space, but it's lining up geographically to space.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't think that's the intent of it because it changes.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it lines up today.
It changes through the seasons. No, here's the thing, that the fact is like that, no, the constellations have been there because otherwise the lost star maps would be wrong right now that are so accurate since the beginning.
Alice, the constellations would be there, yes, but they would not be in the same place in the sky as they were back then.
Depending on the season, yeah, but they usually come back to the same spot. Like, it takes
not over thousands of years, they drift.
Yeah, I know that because our solar system moves up and down in the solar system.
I think something's getting lost in conversation here.
Our solar system moves up and down in our galaxy. I'm sorry, I said that backwards.
Yeah.
So, like, and it also actually has an effect on our weather, too, on Earth, ironically.
Yeah, it does. You know, like, well, gravitational forces, you know, everything is connected to some degree or another, you know? Like...
Cause and effect. Well, no, I'm just saying, but no. Like, they did plan this out, and for a reason.
We have about 9 minutes left. We have 3 articles we can pick and choose from. I'm going to remove all 3 after the show because I want to start getting some fresh subject matter in here.
What do you have on there now?
Well, we still have to keep one in mind that we won't let go of, remember.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, we can talk about Maui for a little bit, but, like...
I heard a rumor that basically the guy who said he shut off the water and was trying to get permission to do it, that he's just a fall guy or something like that. I heard that rumor now.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I know he's just a fall guy. And more and more BS is coming out about Oprah Winfrey, but I don't know. And there's still the media blackout, and people still aren't allowed to go to their homes, I don't think, right now.
Yeah, absolutely
It's
nothing has
hard
changed.
to find some information. It's hard to find some new information about it right now, but I just don't want to forget about it, you know?
Yeah, no, we're going to keep that... We're going to keep that fire going, pun not... Well, I don't know, I couldn't think of a better way to say that, but... yeah, that was a bad way to say it.
For sure, the people of Maui cannot be forgotten.
Yeah.
They had to be taken care of, because this is just
like 9/11, don't forget. I mean...
Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to just, like, let things simmer out. God, I'm using bad analogies here. But no, they're trying to wait it out until it's no longer really a thing, and then they're go in and then make their satellite city and then just do whatever they wanted to do.
They're going to do the land grabs. I think you're absolutely right that they're just waiting for people to not stop talking about it, and then finally be like, oh, it's all the news cycle now.
I know we have short-term memories, that's for sure.
Well, it's not just it's not just that, but we are just bombarded, with things. I mean, like Ryan George did a bit about a ghost infecting somebody or like a ghost whatever. But he goes on a whole about things. He said it's 2020. You can set a state on fire, and we won't be talking about it in a week and a half. Yeah. Like the sheer amount of things, like the Loon and I actually were talking about this on the drive back home from our coffee thing this morning. Like, remember a couple days ago we were talking during a history show when there's something, the how dare you thing. Yeah, remember Greta Thunberg? How dare you?
Oh yeah,
that was 2019.
Okay,
that feels like so much farther away, but just because the sheer amount of crazy stuff just happening like every day for years on end just makes things so much farther away than they actually are, because we're just bombarded with so many things.
Can you imagine the disservice we're doing for kids? I mean, we're not kids, so it's hard to imagine. But you're growing up with total indoctrination that the world's just going to end because of,
white supremacy or whatever.
No, because of the environment. No, we're killing it. Well, I'm not going to live in the next 5 years. What the hell?
Well, that probably explains.
I'm not going to be able to grow up.
Well, see, a lot of children these days, they're very nihilistic. They don't care, And I think maybe actually what you just said is a really good point. They're looking around, everything's going to shit, the world's falling apart, everything's going to end. Okay, screw it. I'm just going to enjoy what little time I have left, and I'm not going to learn manners. I'm not going to learn how to be a decent person, because that's, screw it. I'm going to go have fun for about 2 years before everything blows up. What's the point?
Yeah.
Defeatist.
Yeah.
So
that's possible.
I never thought about it that way. That's a really good point.
It's finest.
Well, worse than idiocracy. Just see, when all you know is doom and gloom, then what's the point of living? you know, everything's just going to get worse. So, and
Yeah.
we're also like we've been training for generations.
In life.
We've been training, generations on like being reliant, on government or like being like relying on something else, like not being independent, not being like self-sufficient and all that stuff, like. And so we're going into hard times with very few people actually wanting to fight this fight and make things better. For the most part, everybody is just going to roll over and die.
They're talking about bringing a draft back, and unfortunately, my boyfriend is in the age gap. I, however, will not be drafted. Hi-yo! It's not because I'm a woman, because they're going to be drafting women too. Well, I'm just too old.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm 4F
I'm
anyway,
almost there.
So, ha.
Yeah.
Hey, I went through the draft in the height of the Vietnam War. They were drafting everybody.
Yeah.
That was fun and games
but
for
everybody. But in
everybody.
all honesty, though, Pops, I would say I wish that I could actually be, if they drafted me, I would go.
Well, I certainly have a whole different outlook now than I did when I was 18 years old, for sure.
Yeah.
When it was anti-draft, anti-everything. And now I look at, we really have a need to support and defend this country. So that's a 150-degree flip for me.
Yeah.
But
Me, I would just
and I look around
if I
today.
could.
I look around today and say, okay, look at the young that stepped up for World War II. Look around today at the young. Who's going to step up?
Oh,
Who's going to step up? Not these kids.
People were going in like a year or so underage and like lying
lying
to get in.
Yeah.
To go, to go
If I
fight.
couldn't go into the military, I would definitely go volunteer at a foundry or something, and I would help make weapons to bring my boys back home safe.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always,
I'd be Rosie the Riveter.
See, that's the thing. Like, being part of the war effort does not necessarily mean you're a soldier. Well, you can grow some crops. You can be a farmer. You can, you can manufacture the gun. You can make, bandages. Like, there's so many fields that is useful.
Yeah.
That's non-violent, that can help people. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I could, I would go in and be like, I would go in and at least just be like a medic.
Yeah.
A nurse or something like that.
Well, what's her face? Elizabeth II was an ambulance driver during the Second World War. Like, or some kind of mechanic or something.
Yeah. She was involved. I don't know if she's a nurse or a nurse's aide or what, but she was out there doing it.
Well, she was also doing mechanic stuff.
Oh, really?
Like, I think, yeah. Hold on.
Queen Elizabeth?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see here. The Queen joined the British military when she turned 18. She joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service as a mechanic. She started as a second subaltern in the ATS and was later promoted to junior commander, the equivalent of captain, noted in the World War II Museum. So, mechanic.
Mechanic.
And we just so happened to see her by a medic truck, but yeah, she was a mechanic.
Yeah,
Dude,
I always thought it was medic.
Queen Elizabeth
I did too.
liked cars.
Yeah. Well, I
I did
mean,
not know that.
That was one tough lady, I gotta tell you.
literally Rosie the Riveter,
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I did not know that. I tip my hat off to Queen Elizabeth even more now. I mean,
Yeah.
well, like, didn't one of the members of the royal family go in Operation Enduring Freedom? Like, one of the princes, went through, like, boot camp and, went and fought?
Pilot or I think it was.
It was a ground troop.
The other plane.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't
In
know.
line to be the king.
Yeah. I don't know.
well, it explains why Queen Elizabeth liked cars so much.
Yeah. I'll explain it. Well, why don't you wrap us up here, Miss Alice?
I think I shall. Well, ladies, gentlemen, everybody out there, those in between of life and death and everywhere out there, thank you for joining the Peanut, which you like to fondly call my friend.
Cracking the corn.
Yes. Thank you for joining another lovely, awesome episode of the Peanut. I'm kicking peanut. I'm kicking the peanut around with your brain now. Thank you for joining the show we're in. I just make the stupid song up now. I know. All right, boys and girls, have a good night, and don't make fun of my singing. I never said I was Aretha Franklin or Whitney Houston, or
You know,
I don't know.
Singing
Nancy
that
Sinatra.
bad does not need any outside mockery.
Just
So, yeah.
let it speak for itself, and don't miss your soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never quoted my in operas, friends. And you guys have a wonderful night. I was joined by the lovely partners in crime tonight. Say your names.
I am
now.
A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And
And
this
you, of course, are
that's
you,
me,
viewer.
Taking the peanut.
Yeah.
And yeah, look left and right at all intersections, right?
Yeah, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. You know, rate 5 thumbs, subscribe. This show is every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, you know, which is 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central.
And 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
And all of our information comes from random things we find on the internet. We find
Yes.
interesting and crazy.
Please refer to the other part of the description below. It will contain all of the links we've collected throughout the show post-stream. So, yeah.
Yep. And also, be loved out there, guys.
And
People
stay
need love
hydrated.
and happiness.
Yeah.
Yes, and stay hydrated. And don't. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. I just want to say it, but I'm not.
She's
not
in
promoting
a
him.
fight for her life against herself, legitimately.
All right. Have a good night, boys and girls. Stay out of trouble. Drive safe and do not rape out there. Okay.
She said it! She said it!